There's some things to talk about though, so we'll have to
Yeah,
zip through it,
let's
I
get on.
guess.
Let's get going.
Dude, what? Let's talk about the big one first.
All right.
The big money-making franchise quarterback in Dallas,
Deal.
Dak Prescott.
All right.
160 million 4-year contract.
And like Dak Prescott himself it's a very polarizing opinion on on whether or not that was a good deal or not.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, if we Wilson was the only option at this point the Cowboys could get that was better, and so I like it actually. You know, um, I'd be surprised if the Cowboys aren't better than they were last year. So, um, they did restructure. I saw they restructured three offensive linemen's big contracts to free up space for this year, so that they could do some other things. So we'll see how free agency goes. But with Dan Quinn being the defensive coordinator, which is an automatic upgrade, even if it's not that much of an upgrade, I think it's a big enough upgrade to where if Dak's healthy all year, there's no reason that they can't win the NFC East. Unless like some team is like 13-3 and surprisingly some way better than they were before, which I don't see that happening. So, I Dak definitely won the deal, but the Cowboys aren't as bad of losers as people think they are. So,
Yeah, it was actually, especially just with giving enough guaranteed money to actually save him a lot of money on cap space this year. I thought that was pretty smart. Like
yeah,
for it being a major deal that I don't know if he's quite worth that money. At least they were smart about how they did it.
yeah, they're in
Yeah.
a tricky situation because, like I said, the other options aren't weren't better than Dak, and so they could either be bad now and later, or or be good now and risk and probably be bad later. So, uh,
Yeah.
it's tough when they're got the 10th pick, and you know there wasn't a ton of options outside of Dak, and it's like might as well just sign the guy. He's done everything that they could have asked. Do I think he's elite? No. Like, but at, you need a good quarterback, and in this league, and no one's winning. I like I'm being Nostradamus here a little bit, but I mean the Buccaneers have only gotten better. I don't know. I'm like, does anybody in the NFC really have that much of a chance? I don't know. Like every year changes, but um, and you never know. There are a lot of teams though that are better than the Cowboys right now, so it's not like I'm like you had the good chances any at the beginning of the season, but I can name plenty of teams that are better than the Cowboys, so it's like, and there's no one that was gonna be the difference of them all of a sudden becoming a top team. So it's like
Yeah.
whatever, just win with what you have.
Yeah. No, not in your division though. There's not that
Yeah,
many teams in your division that are
yeah,
better or
exactly. So it's like let's just shore up the division, make the playoffs, and
give yourself a
no one expects
chance.
us to win in the playoffs anyway. So it's
Yeah.
like so
Yeah.
you can only exceed expectations once you make it.
Yeah.
Or
Very
It's
true.
meet or exceed. That's it. So just win the NFC East.
yeah. And I think this deal's, as long as Dak stays healthy right now, I think it's you guys, in my opinion, probably have a better chance of any of the other teams to win this year, win the division. I mean, there's just so many question marks. But yeah, I don't know. Time will tell. I've said before, I'll say it again. Dak Prescott is the most, how do I say it? Like, public opinion does not shift to one way and then to the other and then back again like it does for Dak Prescott. He's like the ocean waves. Sometimes everyone thinks he's the greatest thing ever. Other times he is the worst quarterback in the league in the eyes of seemingly everyone. So
Yeah, and the media was gonna go crazy either way. If they let him go as a free agent, they'd have been like, "What are you doing?" If signing big money, what are you doing? That's stupid. And sign the franchise tag. What are you doing? It's stupid. So that like at this
yeah,
point, like Jerry can't listen to the media or fans because we're all too emotional. So
that, that's the truest thing I ever heard. But speaking of the franchise tag, we hit the franchise tag deadline. I think yesterday
Yesterday?
was the deadline.
yeah.
And let's see, I got the list pulled up of all the players that have tags, and maybe if any of them are interesting. I mean, there's big name players on here. Chris Godwin, the Buccaneers. It's obviously a good player. Marcus May, safety for the Jets. Taylor Mawton, tackle for the Carolina Panthers. Dak. So he was Dak. Dak was tagged before they made their deal, I guess. Huh? I guess I
Oh, I
had
didn't hear about
forgotten
that.
that.
But
I didn't hear about
it's
that.
over now. He's
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
yeah.
Allen Robinson, wideout for the Bears. Lots of people were thinking he was going to be a free agent.
Yeah.
But Cam Robinson of the Jaguars, Brandon Scherf, guard for the Washington football team, Justin Simmons, free safety from my Broncos. See what happens there. Leonard Williams on the New York Jets, and then Marcus Williams, safety on the Saints. I
All right.
don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on any of those players being tagged? Any of them stick out to you guys?
No,
I mean,
probably Chris Godwin is the biggest one. I guess he was franchise tag, wasn't he?
yeah. He was. And there's all kinds of talk. Why have you guys seen? Everyone's talking about Odell going to the Buccaneers. Maybe have you guys?
Yeah, I have seen that
I
news.
saw that on ESPN or something. Yeah,
Huh?
I don't know. I haven't like it's like a rumor of a rumor. It's
Yeah.
So
But Odell's one of those players where rumors of rumors will go on to like, national ESPN and
yeah,
Fox News sports shows because it's Odell Beckham Jr.
yeah.
I mean, to
I
me, it
think
doesn't make any sense.
no,
It's like,
they
what are you
do
talking
not
about?
need him. They absolutely do not
No.
need
There's
AB
already
and
too many
Odell on the
mouths to
same
feed.
team? How could that possibly
him.
exist?
Yeah, it just be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Another thing I saw was the Saints are releasing um Emmanuel Sanders.
I did see that. Yeah, Emmanuel
That's
Sanders,
not surprising.
he's a journeyman now, and he's probably gonna face the end of his career pretty
Yeah.
soon. The thing with Emmanuel, though, since he was one of my favorite Broncos from the era of Peyton Manning and Super Bowl win, and I've always thought he's great, and he is. Even though he keeps floating from team to team, he does make impact plays a lot.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
for the Saints. He made a lot. He was in a lot of games. He was their top wide receiver, and same when he was with the 49ers. So I think he'll get picked up somewhere, and he'll
Yeah, someone
probably
will pick
have.
him up. I think he's the kind of player he's stayed fairly healthy and he's probably gonna have a long enough career to where he just kind of slowly goes to the number 2 receiver, number 3 receiver, number 4 receiver, and makes his money until it's finally time to just hang up the towel. But he'll make a couple million here and there until he feels like it. I think that's how a lot
Yeah,
of wide receivers do it.
yeah.
There's another thing.
While you're thinking of it, I'll just make a quick note on Justin Simmons being franchise tagged because he's
Yeah,
been one of the most talked about Broncos players. Well, there's a lot of Broncos players that have had question marks in the offseason. Von Miller's obviously a huge piece, but Justin Simmons is right there, and so is Philip Lindsay. Um, and yeah, I didn't. It sounds like Justin Simmons because he's a Pro Bowl safety. He's been great. He's one of the better draft picks that um, Elway has had, and it sounds like they're going to get a deal done, a long-term deal, which is good because our defense is not what it used to be, but he's probably him and Bradley Chubb have been our best defensive players recently. So, well, this is fine news,
Yeah.
but not nothing too exciting.
The only stuff, obviously, I have a lot of Seahawks news. One big one is the Seahawks released Carlos Dunlap.
Yeah, wow.
And that it actually makes sense because to keep him and make a new contract is going to be like 14.7 million a year, which is a ton for pass rush unless you're absolutely elite. You know, that's almost as much as JJ Watt's deal at the Cardinals, where, and obviously Carlos Dunlap is good, but it's just, you know, we're trying to clear cap space, and the market, the amount of pass rushers that are actually good that are going to be on free agency this year, it's like there's like probably 12 or 15 that are super reputable, you know, impactful pass rushers. So I think it's just like, you're too expensive, we're going to let you go and probably pick someone else up. But another one is, I don't know if it's officially happened yet or what, but the Seahawks are planning on releasing Chris Carson.
Oh, that's the case? I hadn't even heard that.
I think I did hear about that. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. We did sign Carlos Hyde again.
Okay.
Who had a decent amount of yardage. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me.
I think that's a mistake, man. Chris Carson, if you remember during the season when the Seahawks started going downhill, and I pointed out, and I still think this, is a big part of that was Chris Carson was injured around that time, and
when he got healthy again, is when we kind of turned things around and made the final push for the playoffs. So yeah, I don't understand that. It almost feels like the Seahawks are trying to do like a soft rebuild.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what it feels like.
Like starting over.
Yeah, especially if we're planning on dealing Russell Wilson. It's like, all right, we're obviously going into like hard rebuild mode. The only news on Russell Wilson, because I know we've talked about it for so much, is, and you guys probably heard about this, the Seahawks released their like season pass holders pamphlet, and they always include like 10 to 15 of the bigger stars on the team. They'll have, you know, a picture and a little profile for them, and they didn't include Russell Wilson in that. And here's what I think it is. I think it's just, there's a possibility. There is a possibility. They're obviously taking calls that he's not here this season. And I think it's a legal protection where, you know, if someone bought season passes and we advertised that Russell Wilson would be on the team and playing, and he wasn't, they could, you know, start some sort of lawsuit where, I don't know why the Seahawks, it's like, okay, like, that wouldn't go far. It wouldn't be expensive.
Have you read that, or are you speculating that's why?
That's what I heard. I read something on the Seahawks Reddit where someone was talking about, I think someone talked about it on some sports talk show, but I saw it on the Reddit where it's like, that's one thing it could be, but the other part of me is like, look, like, the most it would be is like, all right, we'll give you your season ticket money back. Like, it's settled. So I don't know why they would be that way, unless, you know, I guess if you're, well, that's the thing. It's like, it's almost like the Seahawks realize how stupid of an idea it is to trade him. They're like, well, if we did it, lots of fans would be pissed, and lots of season pass holders would probably want their money back. So we could actually lose a lot of money on season passes. Or it's like, I don't know. It's like, and that doesn't that kind of mean it's probably not a good idea? I don't know.
Well, I was gonna point out because we talked a couple weeks ago. Austin pointed out how wasn't it Dak was left out of the promotional video for the Cowboys,
Oh,
and here he is, and he just signed a
yeah.
big deal. So it's
And yeah,
you know
that's the thing. It's like this, like literally, this is what the world has come to. We're like looking for any evidence or sign.
I know,
But other than
man.
that, no major news. The Bears obviously really want to try and push for him. There's no way they can unless they get third or fourth parties involved. I still stand by what I said last week, where obviously Russell Wilson is the best option. But if I can't have him, I want like a Zach Wilson or Justin Fields. I don't want to get someone. Tua is scary, but anyone older than Tua, I feel like we kind of know what we're gonna have, and it's not gonna be even close to what Russell Wilson is. So I almost just like the idea of like, let's just get a fresh new guy, so we have no idea what like the sky's the limit or the floor.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that would take.
I think Russell will be back.
I think so too.
I'm sticking with my theory. I don't think he's gonna be back.
I think he'll be
think
back
he's
this
moving.
year, but I don't know if he'll be back next.
You throwing passes to Allen Robinson.
That's possible, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I think he's a Seahawk.
So
But-
here's one thought too. Sorry. Okay. If I were like a GM, like one thing is like the NFC West has been competitive for the last few years, and now this season it'll be more competitive than it ever has been. If I were a GM, I would want to have a wall in my office of the three other teams in my division. And I'd want their entire personnel. I want like profile pictures, names, positions, stuff like that. And I want current contract periods on cards. I want to look at all the teams, and then I want to be able to transition like, all right, let's see which contracts end or who goes into free agency like next year within the division, and then the next year. And almost plan ahead like, all right, you could factor in like cap space, contracts, like career time and stuff like that, and really see. You could almost gauge like, all right, this year it's going to be pretty rough, but if we made the right moves, like lots of guys will probably be out of the division in 2 or 3 years. Like maybe that's the year we rebuild for kind of thing. I don't know. I was just thinking about that, and it's obviously you always want to win every year, but I'm sure they think that like, oh, in 2 or 3 years, that's the year where we got the best chance kind of thing. So maybe the Seahawks are doing that, and that's why we're releasing good players, trying to get into a rebuild when I don't think we really needed to be. I don't know. It's just strange to me.
Well,
I think.
speaking of, go ahead, Austin.
Well, it could be just a power play of Pete Carroll, where it's kind of like, all right, I there's either guys that are with me or against me, and I'm going to get rid of the guys that are against me. That happened with the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy brought in a bunch of former Packers onto the team, and they ended up being like extremely toxic to the locker room. And like halfway through the season, they all got cut, and the Cowboys started looking better. And once everyone was like all in, and all the people that were all hands on deck on deck for Mike McCarthy, then things got a lot better. And that might be what Pete Carroll's doing is like, I need guys that are Pete Carroll guys.
And that's one thing I've heard. Chris Carson, for example, has been a locker room problem before. Not a major one, but that happens.
Yeah. Who we should be? Chris Carson. Speaking of Chris Carson, Aaron Jones of the Packers is getting released.
Him up, yeah.
And
to be free agent.
Seahawks could make a move, try and sign him, and That would fix a lot of running back problems if they got good old Aaron Jones in the backfield.
I don't know what the Packers are thinking. If I think the Seahawks are dumb for letting Chris Carson hit free agency, I think the Packers are
Yeah,
really dumb
definitely.
for letting Aaron Jones. I think he could be, if one of the best running backs in the league right now. I'd say it's probably him, Christian McCaffrey, and then you got your Kamara and your Derrick Henry. I think those are the top 4 backs in the league right now. So I don't know what
Oh,
the
let's.
Packers.
I think they really like their backups. I think they really like Jamal Williams and that what's his name? Dylan something.
Oh,
I want to say
AJ
Corey
Dillon.
AJ Dillon, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they really like him. AJ Dillon was really heating up at the end of the season last year, and I think they're like, we think we have 2 other Aaron Joneses on the team that we can have cheaper than signing him to a big deal. But I mean, you don't know that, and it's risky with a running back because you sign him the big deal, and then you only get like a year or 2 out of the 4 or 5 years that you sign him for. So it is crazy, but I don't think it's that crazy because they do have depth at running back. But
Yeah, they do. But at the same time, at least from what I've seen, I haven't seen anything to make me think their backups are anywhere near as efficient as Aaron Jones. So I think at least for this year, that that position room's going to take a hit, man. And they've never, for some reason, they've never been willing to commit to Aaron Jones, even like from a like in-game sort of thing. They've
Mhm.
never given him as many touches as most people watching them think he deserves, or even Aaron Rodgers has said that we need to give Aaron Jones the ball more. For some reason, I don't know, the Green Bay brass has never been fully sold on Aaron Jones. I mean,
true too.
I don't know, I would love to have him on my team. I'll just say
Yeah.
that. I think most any team,
Absolutely.
dude.
Let's just make Chris Carson for Aaron Jones, right?
Yeah, I'll know. Melvin Gordon, man. Melvin Gordon, he's great. He's good. Some other guys who didn't get tagged and are going to free agency. Kenny Golladay on the Lions. That's a
Yeah.
pretty big one. He's been injury prone for a little while now, but he's an explosive receiver when he's on the field.
Yes. He'll be a good number 2 on some team that'll pick him up. Yeah.
Yeah. Shaq Griffin on the Seahawks, another one.
That's another one. I just don't get it. It's like, what is Trey Flowers going to be our best cornerback all of a sudden? Because dude, that guy sucks. There's one Seahawk I don't like, and it's Trey Flowers. That guy always lets me down. So it's just like, I really don't know what's going on. We'll see.
Yeah.
And another thing I was going to bring up when we were talking about the Seahawks and how they're releasing Carlos Dunlap. What's up with the Seahawks not being able to commit to like 1-star pass rusher? I feel like every season they pick up someone new.
Jadeveon Clowney. Cool. Thanks,
Clowney.
bro. Peace.
Yeah, but before that, didn't they make that trade with the Chiefs and they like swapped pass rushers? I forget what his name was.
Yeah,
now,
we traded not Ford.
Yeah, was it not Ford? Yeah, or something like that.
I know you're talking.
I can't remember his name, so I shouldn't have even brought it up. But anyway, and I just noticed this. Like, you guys are always cycling in and out of those.
Someone thinks that
positions.
pass rushers should be really cheap and easy to get, but they're not.
No, pass rushers are one of the most paid players in the league.
No, I know, but for some reason the Seahawks don't want to spend jack squat on them. Kind of like their offensive line.
Taken all of our money since the Super Bowl, so they aren't cheap, dude. And then just the other couple names. I'm just looking at this list they have here. Hunter Henry, tight end for the Chargers. Whatever. Johnny Smith, tight end for the Titans. There's a few names, but I definitely think the ones we talked about, Aaron Jones, Golladay, those are some of the bigger prizing free agents. One other thing, though, that I think it's happened since last time, I think. The Washington football team released Alex Smith
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty sure that's news. It's hard to remember, but what do you guys make of that?
They have to have a plan.
Yeah.
Like who, who on that team is better than Alex Smith? There's
but
no one
what's
on the
their
team better than him.
what plan could they have? They're not a top draft pick, and they don't
They're not.
exactly. I don't know.
They have to have a plan.
But I don't know that they do.
That's
I
the
mean,
thing. Austin, you should
maybe-
honestly hope they don't have a plan.
I hope they don't, but I'm like, like I don't know. Maybe they really don't, but they've got to. Maybe they think they can get Sam Darnold.
Could be.
That,
Because
yeah,
the Jets
maybe.
have been talking about drafting Zach Wilson, and I mean, letting it, hang out there. Like, yeah, we were probably going to get him, and so if Sam Darnold could be available, he might go there. Yeah, I don't know. That and where's Alex Smith going to go? Is he gonna play somewhere? Do you think?
He's gonna be somewhere. I don't know. Do you guys think he's still a starting quarterback in this league?
I
Yeah,
think he could be.
I'd rather
I
start
think he
him
could
than.
be.
I think
He's better than anybody on the Bears.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Bears, man.
Yeah. I think Alex Smith can be a starter too. I agree with you guys. Whether he will be or not, I'm not sure. I don't know if the NFL feels like Alex Smith is a thing of the past and he's over the hump, but I don't know. I think I could think of a handful of teams like the Bears that would be better with him as their quarterback.
What about New England?
Possible. Apparently, New England, I mean, I don't know if this is speculation or based on any sort of actual source, but apparently they really want to and they plan to go get Garoppolo back. Is
That's gonna cost him an
just
arm and a leg.
I know, just to make them pay for it because they
Yeah,
gave
because
him
I'm
away
like,
for
can we have him
pennies.
back, please?
Yeah, what's the refund?
Yeah.
I'll ask for them to refund it. We don't want to refund it. We like
Yeah.
but it's the
Because
thing.
I've also heard from the 49ers that they're like, we don't have a plan B. Like Jimmy Garoppolo's our guy moving forward. And I've heard that from them. So
I've heard that and that they're bitter about it. They don't want him to be their guy, but they're like, there's
But-
nothing else we can do.
well,
What
yeah,
if
it's
they
like
could-
a tax situation. It's like, what else are we gonna do in our situation?
What if they could get the Patriots to give them more for Garoppolo than they gave the Patriots for Garoppolo? Like that would
they're in the position to do that.
They
because-
could, yeah. His stats and especially wins to losses as a starter could definitely make that happen if we were just looking at
true. But let me ask you guys, perception wise,
that.
from the time he was actually being dealt to now, at which point did you feel like he was worth more, in your opinion?
I
Like,
think
I thought back then, after in the context of Tom Brady being suspended, he comes in, plays great. They don't miss a beat. I don't know. I guess it is actually hard for me. I guess I thought there was more potential for Garoppolo then, whereas now I feel like he's just meh. So I leaned before he had more value.
yeah. I think he's valuable to the Patriots just because he fits in a system pretty well. You know what I mean? He fits in a system. He can work a system all the way to the Super Bowl. And that's exactly what Bill wants. He wants a system guy that can get someone to the Super Bowl. So in that regard, I think they would be willing to pay a decent amount if there's any chance.
Yeah, I think they'd have to give up more,
Yeah.
especially because it's going like from the team they got him from. Like that's
Yeah.
But to me, like as far as value goes, I honestly don't think it's changed. I think like when he plays, he wins, but we still don't know how much of it's him and how much of it is scheme and all that.
Yeah.
So the Patriots are in a tough spot if that's their plan. Because their GM John Lynch, he's a good GM, and he'll play some people. So
Yeah. This has got to be Belichick's one of his only counter cards to what Tom Brady dumped on him this season, where if he can go get Garoppolo and have a playoff, perhaps even a Super Bowl run with Garoppolo, then he can say, look, if I had kept the guy I wanted to dump Brady for, and if Brady and ownership didn't make me literally force us to trade Garoppolo away, then everything would have been great. So I don't know. That's
yeah,
who knows.
Yeah, it's tricky.
We'll see what happens. It's so many rumors, but with free agency coming up really soon, and the draft, just around the corner, I think a lot of question marks and moves are going to be made in the next month.
It's gonna be exciting.
But it is going to be exciting. I think that's most of the news. Do you guys have anything else, dudes, that we get to do our new exciting segment or idea or whatever you want to call it?
NFL Leak Cast Memes Cast.
NFL meme reaction. So for those watching at home, we're just going to pull up the memes from the week.
Yeah.
I'm expecting, I don't know what's in there. I definitely feel like there'll be some Cowboys memes. I definitely.
Probably.
But we haven't looked at any of them. We're just going to check them out here, see if they're any good or if they're garbage. And just check out the memes.
Too old for the reference. We're too young.
Exactly, seriously.
All right.
But we're gonna do it for the meme.
Do it, yeah.
See here. All
So
right.
we gotta click watch stream.
Watch that stream. There we go. Hey, how do I get rid of this? Okay, there we go. My head's so itchy.
I do that thing. All right.
Les memes.
Let's
guys-
check them out.
Let's take a look.
Should we start at the top and go back?
Let's start from recent to. Oh shoot!
All right, we need to reposition this. All right, there we go. Oops. All right, so we're just looking. This is NFL memes _IG on Instagram. Going through the latest. I feel like ones like this one where it's like, haha, not really relevant. I want to skip past those. I want.
Yeah, that one's generic, but I have done that when I was.
Wait, we're skipping.
Dude.
I want to see this. I want to see if this one's funny though. Wait, is this just a picture? It's not a video?
Yeah, it's picture.
Yeah.
I think most of these are going to be pictures.
Dude, but like, what the frick is this though? Like, actually, what am I looking at here? Who?
Like, I can't see. Is his butt hanging out?
Well,
No.
dude, he's just like actually like 5 times the weight and size of everyone else.
I get that part of it, but like I'm just seeing like there's a gap between his jersey and his shorts there.
Yeah,
he's just got a t-shirt. I like this guy. These two right here. Ref is like, oh, bro, this is gonna be a fun game to ref. And then this guy, he's obviously supporting the Gators on the other team, and he's just like stone cold frozen, like, holy frick, my son might go to the hospital today.
Yeah, he's gonna die, dude.
Well, it looks like they're playing for the same team.
Nah, this guy's orange blue. This guy's red white. You can see the orange blue.
I was looking at the other. I thought he was like the father of the other kid or something.
But yeah.
Okay. I remember playing in that era, and there was like a weight limit when you play like City League when you're a kid.
Yeah.
So This
No rules
will be
now,
interesting.
man.
Yeah.
This is backyard, bro.
Next meme. Oh, that's just an ad.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, no ads.
All
yeah.
right. I
Dude,
saw.
all right,
I
here we
actually
go.
did see this one, and I've been excited for it.
Okay, wait.
I haven't seen it.
Thomas, you gotta narrate the memes. You gotta read them out for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those
It's also
listening.
it's really tiny on my screen. I can't see it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you need a laugh today, it says the Cowboys will be paying Dak Prescott $22.5 million to play for them in 2021. The Eagles will be paying Carson Wentz $34 million to play for someone else.
Stupid Eagles, dude.
Does my
That's
heart
got-
warm to see the Eagles suffer?
That has got to make you happy. Wow. That's, I mean, like
Uh,
still, the Carson Wentz signing has got to be one of the most unbelievably quick regrets in NFL history.
Yeah. Well, like what seemed like a good idea at the time, like to most people, like
Yeah.
quickly just fell apart
Yeah.
Yeah.
so fast.
I don't know. I feel like even if Carson Wentz stayed as good as he was, it was still too early to pay someone, right? At least
Well,
that's my opinion on it.
yeah, maybe. Nice.
All right. Oh, this is a good one. Legend has it these batteries are good for 11 weeks, but then completely die after that.
I like how we
Dude.
still haven't forgotten about the Steelers.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much hate the Steelers are getting on the memes this offseason. They might this offseason be surpassing even the Cowboys. It's crazy.
I love it. I love it. Share the wealth of hate.
Absolutely. All I'm saying is, if I need some short-term batteries, these are the way to go. If I don't want my remote or controller to die halfway through the game,
Look, I'm just gonna say it right now. I feel like they could have put Seahawks in there too. And the meme would work just as good.
I think, yeah, you're right. I
Well,
mean,
the
we
Seahawks
didn't
started
go
dying
11 and
before week
0,
11.
but
Yeah,
So, like,
exactly. You'd have to move the
Like
weeks
good for
up.
8 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Brady takes pay cut every year so his team can build around him. Every other QB signing massive contracts. Brady keeps winning Super Bowls. Every other QB. Oh my gosh, how does he do it?
It's true, man.
It is true.
I
Tom
don't-
Brady though has an advantage. He is rich, like
Yeah.
already.
Okay. Dude, when you're a
He's married to a
rookie,
supermodel.
when you're a rookie in the league, you're rich already.
Well,
Obviously
true,
not
but
Tom Brady rich, but you're rich.
once you enter the league, though, your perception of rich changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
compared
A lot.
to your peers.
And there's a lot of agent influence.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So
sure.
agents want to get paid.
Yeah.
But
And
The more you get
but
paid,
it's
the more you get
You
paid.
know-
true though. Like Tom Brady cares a little bit more about winning, and yeah, like we say, maybe doesn't need the money, but he's been taking pay cuts for a while. It's not like
Yeah.
once he turned 40, like he's been getting underpaid for a decade. So yeah, it's crazy.
Actually, he's already reworking his contract for this year again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I that's one thing, I like Tom Brady a lot more as a Buccaneer. I won't forget his years as a Patriot, but this is the kind of stuff where I'm like pretty chill, man. Pretty cool.
I know. It's just another thing. You're like, gosh, dang it. I have to respect that. I have to.
He knows what really adds to your legacy is winning Super Bowls. So he's like, I don't care if like you accuse me of having a top 10 defense every year or having all these weapons. Like, if I win, no one's gonna remember all that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's the rings, baby.
Yeah,
Yep.
true.
NFL teams really be paying their quarterbacks $40 million just for a 43-year-old man to win the Super Bowl every year?
It's so
That's what I was
true,
saying
dude.
earlier.
Dude,
It's,
you
yeah.
can't, plain and simple, that's facts, bro. That's facts.
Gosh dang, man.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know, like giving ourselves a chance when you don't really.
It's freaking Tom Brady's world. We're all just living in it. That's just how it goes, man.
I like this comment. It's just, we dem boys.
Yeah, there you go.
Boys,
See?
baby.
When we were doing our tier list and we were talking about that Cowboys community, there it is right there. They're always showing up.
I love how the Cowboys fans don't have to do anything anymore. Trolls pretending to be Cowboys fans
Yeah,
now do all the
exactly.
work for us.
Absolutely.
That's true. That he
I
probably
love
is a
seeing
Cowboys
the
fan.
Photoshop of it doesn't matter, and then it'll have like Dak Prescott with Mike McCarthy in the back holding up the trophy. And then when Dak got injured, it was Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's leading us all the way, baby. I'm like, you're not even a Cowboy fan. You're just some guy getting likes.
He's probably a
Yeah.
Bengals fan.
And then you get 100 comments of you're delusional, man. I'm like, nah, dude, he's just playing you. He just wants your laugh react.
Reaction. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's true.
Breaking, Dallas Cowboys. That's just news.
Wait, no, you didn't read it.
What is that? Not news?
No.
Oh,
Come on, man.
breaking.
Dude.
Dallas Cowboys agree to terms on a deal to not make the playoffs over the next 4 years.
Done deal,
We
dude.
shall see.
Yeah, who knows, man.
If it was the NFC West, I would agree.
Absolutely, yeah.
I know.
No doubt.
That's the thing. Honestly, I think football really comes down to we really just need to win our division. You win your division, you're in the playoffs. When you get to the playoffs, you have enough experienced players, it's anyone's got a good shot kind of thing.
If you don't win the whole thing, you're going to get made fun of no matter what.
Yeah.
Like Patrick Mahomes has been in the Super Bowl 3 times, or no, twice, and he just lost, and and now everyone gives him a hard time. So it doesn't really matter unless you win it all. And even if you win it all, some people are going to make excuses. So you can't please everybody.
Ever. Oh, did you guys see that? Oh, love it.
Okay.
You love to
I'm
see
surprised
it.
I don't see like a pile of yellow flags.
Yeah, seriously.
Because obviously that's roughing the kicker. Like,
Jeez, man, takes him out. Nice.
Dude, this guy was DMing the other guy's girlfriend the night before. So.
Yeah, he's like,
The Steelers have a shot to win a Super Bowl with Big Ben back. The Steelers shot.
Freaking
Little
Shaq
Shaq
and
name.
free
Yeah.
throw line.
we haven't forgotten about that.
You never
Shaq
want
retired
Shaq
for
at the
years.
free throw line.
Dude, but that comment's so accurate. I can hardly read, but it says, so 50% chance. Cool. Like,
It's true.
that's pretty high.
It's true.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. I love it. They always do it. The NFL releases like the odds, like percentage odds of like teams making it to the Super Bowl. Like, and they update it throughout the season. And it's like usually no one has more than like 15%. And that's like, the Chiefs are getting like 15%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a clickbait one.
Yeah.
What does that say?
Okay, I guess I'll read it. Well, I don't want to read this whole article.
Well,
no, it's not the article.
True story.
In 1983, Terry Bradshaw checked into a Louisiana hospital under the alias Thomas Brady to have right elbow surgery.
What?
So is that a conspiracy that Terry Bradshaw is actually Tom Brady, or Tom Brady's actually Terry Bradshaw, like rejuvenated? That's
Wait, but there's a picture of them together right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. What
Fake news. Fake news.
It's just weird, but yeah, it is weird to see that clip. That old newspaper, Steelers Tom Brady undergoes arm surgery. It's just supposed to be a weird coincidence, I guess.
Yeah.
Super interesting.
What is?
What
Yeah.
the?
Wait.
I remember this was like a commercial or like some sort of advertisement.
Is there a commentary to this? Is there like a caption to this video?
What the frick, dude?
There's no way.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
that's what I'm
Powerade, a real. That's an ad, dude.
telling you.
Why are they
Dude.
showing an ad?
I don't know, because it's a funny ad. I wish you.
Yeah, these commercials.
Oh yeah, I remember that commercial.
Yeah, it's like that's cool and all, but I don't want to talk about like. Oh, this one's good. Russell Wilson when he has to play against J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones, Aaron Donald, and Nick Bosa multiple times a year behind the Seahawks offensive line. This
Yeah.
is a picture from the NFC Championship in 2014. And the Seahawks came back to beat the Packers in the last like 2 minutes of the game. And Russell Wilson was just bawling.
I remember that game well.
That game's amazing, but don't worry, Russell. You won't really have to. I'm pretty sure.
I will.
How Kyler Murray and J.J. Watt walking in Cardinals trading camp.
That's just facts. Like that's funny. That's
Oh,
funny.
man.
Good stuff.
Kyler Murray, no mercy.
J.J. Watt, I want a ring before I retire. Larry Fitzgerald, why'd you come here, bro?
Seriously, dude. That's as long as Fitzgerald is on that team, they cannot win a ring. They're not allowed to.
The Cardinals
for
have
some
never
reason.
won a ring ever. So
Ever.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. Larry is the closest. Well, and everyone that was on his team in 2008 was the closest thing ever. But Big Ben saw to that. But
Well, they were.
yeah,
They had a real shot too with Carson Palmer back in 2015.
yeah,
That was
They
the
just didn't-
closest they've been in the past decade.
yeah.
J.J. Watt didn't go to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, there were, yeah.
That's what it all
That's
comes
not,
down
yeah,
to.
lots of other places to go.
Here we go. The NFC West has some elite defensive linemen.
Jamal Adams.
Dude,
Oh yeah,
he is, bro.
That's funny, dude.
This page does no mercy on Jamal Adams either.
Dude, Jamal Adams, man.
Bro, that guy had 9 sacks this year.
As a safety.
He is
That's
an elite
ridiculous.
defensive lineman,
I
right,
mean,
bro?
he's the defense. Like, frick.
Oh man.
I think we're getting into. Oh, dude, see, that's just.
That's a
I
quick
saw.
pick.
Yeah. Those ones
I
always
saw
those always get me for a second whenever
Yeah.
Just
those
for
are
a second, man.
yeah.
Bull
No.
crap.
I saw no, go back to that one actually.
Okay.
I saw on Facebook a comment with the rumors of Deshaun Watson possibly going to the Cardinals, of like them trading Kyler Murray, and someone said, imagine Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, and J.J. Watt all on the same team. That's a Super Bowl for sure.
Seriously, that would just be.
Texans
Yeah,
2.0.
Yeah, just like
If I-
like, and then all the people that didn't get the sarcasm being like, they were on the same team, like,
Oh, dude, those people. That's what you do it for. But like, I feel like if this were to happen, the Cardinals would be like, "Yeah, we got all the Texans' best players," and then they'd like it'd be a moment of pausing, like, "Wait, now we're the Texans." like,
one and done.
like, seriously, like that's not the goal at
Wait
all.
a minute.
Yeah,
I want to be traded again, actually.
Seriously.
they do have some other better players.
Absolutely. Cardinals are much better than the Texans, even before trades. This one's good. just because we're kind of getting like into older news, but
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've seen these memes now.
yeah, this is obviously the
I've-
Bills and the Cardinals were well, not even the Cardinals, just the Bills were the predicted landing place to JJ Watt, and somehow the Cardinals pop up in there and steal the Hail Mary.
Dude. What do you know, man?
You know what it came down to? He'd rather live in Arizona than in Buffalo. That's like
Absolutely.
bottom line on
And
that.
no one can blame him for that. No one.
I've been
Some people value
I've-
quality of life.
I've been to both places. All right, I would have gone to Arizona too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
fun fact: this play was the number one pass and the number one reception of the year.
For
Just voted
just-
on somewhere
Oh,
or whatever. It was the top play I said too when we were doing that.
oh yeah.
Well, we need some audio here.
Hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived. We have been hoodwinked.
I love
bamboozled,
Stephen A.
led astray.
Memes.
Dude.
I
I
hate
He's
know.
listening
just
to his real opinion, but when they use clips to do memes,
Yeah.
I freaking love it.
Dude, his clips are the best.
that's the best part of Stephen A. now.
Yeah.
Who watches that show anymore anyway, man? Dude,
See, he's
I've-
got to do crap like this to get ratings on his show at all.
here's the thing though, and not to just be like a hating show, but it's pretty sad that you can have a show with Stephen A. Smith and he's the second worst debater
Yeah.
on that show.
Yeah.
Max Kellerman actually makes him look like a genius because Max is so stupid, dude.
Max's takes are so bad.
They're so trash, dude. He's so no, it's just not good.
There we go.
See, this is what we were
Yeah.
just talking
Yeah,
about. right
yeah,
here,
there we go.
dude.
That's actually
Dude.
kind of a cool logo, though.
I know. I was
That's-
just thinking the
that's
same thing, man.
Dope, dude. Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah.
um,
Better than the Rams. Real logo.
oh, dude. The Rams logo is bad. Why?
Yeah, that's totally Deshaun right now.
Yeah, watching SpongeBob and Patrick, Hopkins, and JJ Watt just run, have fun in the league in Arizona, dude. Dude.
Classic meme.
You know, if Deshaun Watson actually, like, I just hate it when guys actually like refuse to play. They just like, don't show up for practice, don't show up for games. Who was it that did that a few years ago?
Lev Bell.
Yep,
was
Lev
the last
Bell.
big one I thought of, yeah.
And then
I mean, Melvin Gordon, too.
yeah,
Yeah, there are people that hold out. It happens all
Yeah.
the time.
I mean, yeah, just holding out in general. I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard. I mean, as a fan, no one wants their player to hold out. That's not cool. But like, I don't know. I see why the players don't have in these sort of situations much other option. So
Yeah,
it's risky though. It doesn't pay off for a lot of people. It didn't pay off for Lev Bell. Didn't pay off for Melvin Gordon. But it might for Deshaun, mostly because it's not about money. It's just about getting out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But at this point, I mean, he's got to. I feel like that's a political meme now, dude.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
keep politics out of this.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes ran for 497 yards to avoid getting sacked during the Super Bowl. That is more than the Bengals' leading rusher had all season.
Jeez.
I mean, that's both impressive for Patrick Mahomes and embarrassing for the Bengals. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe
I like-
Mixon was.
I like this comment right here by our boy Ryan Griff 30. And Russ thinks his O-line needs work. It's like, dude. Yeah, that game wasn't very good for the O-line, but literally every game for the last 2 years, I bet Patrick Mahomes' average time in the pocket is like top 3.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It didn't have much to do. Like, it had a little bit to do with the offensive line. I mean, it did. But 2 of the tackles were injured.
Yeah,
And I know that's
exactly.
like not an excuse, blah blah. But I mean, like it's not it's apples to oranges when comparing to Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
year's.
Absolutely. All right. Everyone's saying Kaepernick deserves a job, but none of y'all sign him in Madden.
Dude,
Right.
that's
That's
facts,
true,
man.
dude.
And,
That's
and
absolutely
we don't
true.
need. And this might, some people might view this as political, but this is why the whole Kaepernick thing was dumb. I don't even care what anyone thinks about what he did on the sidelines. Everyone just forgets the fact that he's not very good. And that's always been my opinion of
Yeah.
why he shouldn't get a job. He's just not that good.
Because everyone's saying like, oh, he took the 49ers to the Super Bowl, and he was this and that. And I'm like, well, Cam Newton, that's not. He actually won an MVP, went to the Super Bowl, and has been trashed since. So
Yeah.
that's not an indicator. There's lots of Rex Grossman went to a Super Bowl. There's lots of indicators of bad quarterbacks going to the Super Bowl because they were on a good team.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. So
I like this guy. I played as him to find out how bad he is. Oh, dude, look, this was liked by Parker Weech.
wow, guys, look at that.
Nice.
Wow. You know what I love about NFL memes, Instagram though, is almost every meme you can find a comment from Alex Rank. Or what's his name? Adam Rank, sorry.
Adam Rank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect Adam Rank
Dude,
for that.
He's always on the memes. I don't know if you'll see him or his comments always show up on mine, probably because I always look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
anyway.
man, Ghetto Gronk's
But
private now. What's another?
He's been private for a while.
What's another NFL memes?
I'm a simple man. I just look at the same page every time, and this one's it.
Yeah, I follow Ghetto Gronk and NFL memes, and that's about it.
Yeah.
We can check this one out for a few. Righty.
Man, I wish it was bigger.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's
Pissing off the entire AFC North.
Steelers 11-0. Derrick Henry blocking Earl Thomas.
Or using him as a blocker.
Cleveland Browns Super Bowl champs.
Idiots. Oh, there's always the person who does that, dude.
Yeah.
This is so dumb.
And then
And Joe Burrow breaking his leg.
That's not even Joe Burrow's fault, though, dude. You should just show
Well,
a picture of the.
that's just to make Bengals fans sad.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
all this is.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's all that
Dude.
is.
The Derrick Henry one will never not be funny though.
I
dude.
know, gosh,
Yeah.
that one's a classic.
Especially after what happened to Earl Thomas after.
Dak on the sideline while his defense is giving up 40 plus points.
Oh yeah.
That's great, dude.
Julio, hey man, how's your wasted career been? Fitz, pretty good, bro. What about your wasted career? That's pretty good.
Dude, that's true, man.
Yeah, man.
That's true.
Wide receivers are probably one of the ones that are like the most guilty of this. Is a lot of them get their careers wasted on bad teams.
Yeah.
Well,
more than
that's
other positions, I think.
they're probably the most dependent skill. Well, they are the most dependent skill position in the game. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
they, in and of themselves, cannot change the game. A quarterback has to give it to them. So,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
but,
All they can do is like do the job
get
that they're
open.
paid for.
yeah, just make
Get
opportunities.
open
That's
and
it.
catch the friggin' ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy how many non QBs attempted passes this year.
That first one is just that should never have happened, man. My
The
gosh.
second one's disrespectful.
Yeah, Taysom Hill. It's like
The third one at least played quarterback
In
at
college.
the collegiate level.
yeah.
Well, they all have, I think, right?
Well, the fourth one's the most skeptical of all, dude. Freaking
Yeah.
Dwayne Haskins, man.
Even more skeptical than the Broncos.
The punchline.
Do you even remember this
dude.
guy's name? I have no idea.
I'm not, dude. He was signed off the practice squad before the game.
Yeah, and he
no,
probably got put onto the
honestly.
practice squad.
Dude, it was so
immediately
messed
after.
up with what the NFL did to the Broncos. I know we talked about in the other podcast, but I mean that was so messed
Yeah,
up.
that was really
That was
stupid.
absolutely ridiculous, and I'm gonna get mad just thinking about how stupid that was, and how long other teams' other games delayed.
Oh,
Someone told
jeez.
me Elon Musk
Dude.
looks exactly like Matthew Stafford, and I can't unsee it.
I've seen this like years ago. This is an old meme, dude.
Oh,
That's
dude,
fun.
Older meme, but it checks out.
they definitely look
Has
like
it?
they could be brothers.
Has anyone seen Elon and Matt Stafford in the same room before?
Yeah.
That's the question.
What if? Never mind.
Adam
That's
Thielen was
legit.
legit a 0-star recruit in high school.
Nice. He doesn't have a picture. That's
Adam Thielen. He might be year in and year out the most underrated wide receiver in the league.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no one ever remembers to put his name with like the consistently really good receivers, but he's always performing.
him and Kirk Cousins.
You gotta come hard in there. Yeah.
That's
What the frick?
Leonard Fournette, man. You gotta be a special kind of human to be a running back in the NFL,
Dude,
It's true.
any one of those, I would have been like, oh, dying.
It's like you're just having fun out there wrestling with your brothers. Like you guys are hurting each other, smashing each other, but you're just having fun, laughing.
It's
So,
football, bro. It's a game.
well,
Dude,
I expect this.
It's like freaking Marshawn Lynch. I heard him say like when he was a kid, like they would like run into cars and buses for fun or something. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't know what he
Sounds
means
about
by
right.
that, but like that's about the mentality you need to be one of these kinds of running backs, dude.
Dude, okay. I completely forgot about Nathan Peterman.
Dude,
you can't-
that's legendary, man.
Just imagine
That
being
game.
that bad. Like this is my shot, and like you ruin it so hard.
What did he threw like 6 or 7 picks that game?
I think it was 6. I want to see, where is he now? Where's Nathan Peterman now?
Dude.
He was on the Raiders. Last I saw.
That was 2019.
I bet he's not on a roster anymore, dude. He's so bad.
I'm surprised he was on a roster after this.
No, he was. He was
Seriously.
on Las Vegas. In the
Oh
year
yeah, he was on
2020.
the Raiders. Yeah,
There you go.
Wow.
but that was epic.
It's the
Oh
fact
my
that
gosh.
it's remembered.
This is the complete recreation of the other one. Using different
Yeah.
pictures.
There
Yeah.
you go. Well, now we're seeing copy memes, dude.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
Repeat.
This one's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Yeah, it's
that's
all
an
right.
alright meme.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Do you remember when the Vikings missed that field goal?
I can barely see that image. Which game is that
Yeah.
from?
I think that,
I
I do remember that game when the Vikings in the
is that
was it
playoffs.
the
was it
Vikings
wild
Seahawks
card
game?
round? Yeah. Viking Seahawks. Was it wild card round?
I
That
think
was back
so.
in like 2016, I think.
Something like
Yeah, it
that.
was a while back. And Blair Walsh.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
Vikings have a problem with kickers. So do the Bears.
Yeah.
Dude, and then the bottom two, Cam and Peyton, like,
Yeah.
you did have to be there. I mean, I feel like those are connected, but
Kind of. That's one
Yeah.
year.
but that I'll
Was
say
that all
this.
2015?
Was the Hail Mary, was Rogers' Hail Mary the Detroit Miracle? Is that 2015?
Yeah, that
Might
was
be.
the 2015
It
season.
might
I
be.
think all
I
four
think
of
that's
those
all 2015.
2015 season.
Dude,
Yeah.
That
that
was-
was a weird season. Now
I'm
that I look
biased,
at this.
obviously. I'm biased having won the Super Bowl, but that being said, that was just a fun season. Even the Panthers being dominant the way they were, it was kind of, I don't know, they were doing it obviously in a more kind of fun and flamboyant way than most dominant teams
Yeah,
are.
dude, I remember.
You know what I mean?
You know what they should replace Peyton's picture with is Aqib Talib ripping the chain off of Crabtree.
Oh gosh,
dude,
yeah.
That was that season too.
Great. That was awesome. Yeah,
You just had to be there.
you did have to be there, man. Good times, dude.
Imagine if somebody told you in 2018 that all of these QBs started for the Colts by 2021. Dude, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
That
yeah.
is-
I mean, I respect Andrew Luck for doing what he did, but there's no denying that his decision sent the Colts into a downward spiral.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they're like, garbage or anything. I mean, they're
Yeah.
a playoff team this year, but they had the makings of being, a dynasty potentially with Andrew Luck there. And
But they've really built a team since he left. Like, if this is the team he inherited when he was a rookie coming out of college, oh man, that'd have been nuts.
what I've heard it brought up maybe only one time in the past year, but some people have speculated or think that Andrew Luck could make a return to the NFL. Do you guys think there's any chance of that or not really?
How many years
I
has
mean,
it
there's a
been
chance,
now?
but I
Been-
don't think so.
3 years? I think
You'd have
usually
to-
around 3, like, you're kind of out of the loop now. You're probably not in good shape.
Yeah,
New
Once you
prospects
come
have come
back, yeah.
in.
yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. We'll say he did come back. Like Austin, would you rather sign Andrew Luck over Dak on your team?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, dude, as long as the answer to that question is yes, there's a place for him in the NFL if he decides, dude.
That's
The
so
window
true.
ain't closed on Andrew Luck. It's whether he wants
He's
it.
technically still a Colt, unless they
Probably,
release
yeah.
Is
him,
he?
because they
I
probably
doubt
still
they
have his
will.
rights, and you have to be. But I think you have to be retired a certain amount of years
Yeah.
for that to like become void. So
It'd be interesting. I'd find it very exciting if he did come back.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. 1985 Bears? 2000 Ravens? Nah, best defense of all time was the 1920 Akron Pros. They didn't let up a single point in 15 straight games.
dang,
Wow.
That's a different era, man.
it was different,
Yeah.
but it's still impressive. That is,
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
they
That's
didn't score as
crazy.
much, but back then, but it's still impressive feat. to Not let it
Absolutely.
score.
No doubt. No doubt.
Deshaun Watson. I demand a trade. Also, Deshaun Watson. Loyalty is everything. Don't you ever forget it.
I saw that tweet on Twitter before anybody I saw a post about it, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like,
that's the
Yeah.
kind of stuff where I'm like, dude, I kind of don't respect you for
he's complaining about the Texans and
Yeah.
all that. So
Yeah.
like it's justifying his actions.
But it's like
Because,
that's the
like-
thing. Don't post some like ambiguous, like obviously no one knows what you're talking about. It's some like insider info with the Texans. Because it's
Right.
like, bro, you signed a contract with them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude, but like that's how business works. You can throw a fit and you'll probably get what you want, but don't tell me they're not being loyal. Because what everyone sees is you're not being loyal.
I feel like the memes on this page aren't as good. They're
Yeah.
they're hit and
Yeah.
miss.
We've probably gone through all the good stuff.
Yeah, that was some good memes. That was fun. I like it. Hopefully, you guys watching enjoyed the memes too. Those are all right. I was actually disappointed. I wanted to see more Cowboys memes. Like
I know. I thought
Yeah, it's
there would
fine.
be.
And the lack of Cowboys memes disturbing.
I know the one that was like, yeah, that's what I expected to see was the sign the 120 million to not make the playoffs for 4 years. I'm like, that's the memes I came here for.
Yeah.
I like the Tom Brady ones. Like all these teams out here paying their quarterbacks 40 million just to be beat by a 43-year-old quarterback in the Super Bowl every year. That's good.
Facts, dude.
That's how it feels, man. That's how it feels.
Oh,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Well, great time to end it. Everyone, thanks for sticking around. You guys are awesome. Like, subscribe, comment if you'd like, turn on notifications. Come back for next time. Good week.
Later.